What it do? It's your boy Drew Blue back at it again for another Vibe Out sesh. Ow! Today the Lone Wolf will be covering Never Going Back by Gio Dee, which was released in April of 2017 after a 2-year absence since he last dropped Mind Your Business EP back in December of 2015. Almost kind of close to 2 years, but essentially Gio Dee comes again and drops a 13-track record. I'm not sure. Some sources is telling me that this is a collab with Polo. Some are just saying it's Gio Dee alone. So I'm just gonna go with the fact that it's Gio Dee with appearances from Polo Summers on certain tracks, which for some reason I can't find any Bible source that's giving me production or feature credit. It sucks. It is what it is. SoundCloud ain't giving me that. Anyways, I'm gonna work with what I got. As far as with features, if I hear them, I'll tell them. You know what I mean, as we go through. But I'm also gonna try to experiment real quick because I know most of y'all got short attention spans. So what I'm gonna do is just play 1 minute of a song or 1 minute and 30 seconds, pause it, tell you how I feel, move on, keep it like that, so that way you don't feel like you're too stuck here just watching me talk or whatever, or if you just want to hear what I think about the record. Anyways, I'm ready to get into this. We got 13 tracks to check out. First track is gonna be Paid. So without further ado, let me get to the, y'all know the drill. And in case you don't know, this is where I usually go ahead and cut the chat, get in the track, and vibe out. All right, track number 1, Paid. Let's get it. After the commercial ad. Getting that Southside TM88 feel right now. Man, them sirens already know. You already know. Okay. It's either hit or miss right here now. That's it. With the sirens, let's get it.
Either with me or against me, if not, you getting more. Praying for a nigga downfall, she might hit your face. I'm praying for my Lord, save it, I see better days. You won't catch me in no partner, nigga, unless I'm getting paid. You won't catch me in no wave, nigga, unless I'm getting paid. But catch me all up in the banks, you know I'm getting paid. Catch me all up in the banks, you know I'm getting paid. Jesus Christ, they saved my life so many times. Jesus Christ, they say that life so many times. You don't know what going up in my mind on the daily. Them niggas out there hate me, them bitches tryna play me. Jesus Christ, they say that life one more time. Jesus Christ, they spit that life one more time. I told you I wasn't even gon' kill them the same. I made a promise I was staying down for the coming year. Got it out there mud, I want this. Tryna make a killing living over my niggas. I don't even know why I told them
I can't skip.
I don't even know why I told them which is why I keep my distance. I paint a picture with these words and they never see my best. And I hope that they get it. The real always recognize real, only me, man, I'm very low. Niggas sneak this mix, they don't like getting paid. Either with me or against me, if not, you getting away. Praying for a nigga downfall, so you might hate your face. I'm praying for my Lord, save it, I see better days. You won't catch me in no partner, nigga, unless I'm getting paid. You won't catch me in no wave, nigga, unless I'm getting paid. But to catch me all up in the banks, you know I'm getting paid. To catch me all up in the banks, you know I'm getting paid. Jesus Christ, they saved my life so many times. Jesus Christ, they saved my life so many times. You don't know what going up in my mind on the daily. Niggas out there, man, bitches tryna play me. Jesus Christ, just say that life one more time. Jesus picture with these words and they never see my vision. And I hope that they get it. The real always recognize real, they mean me and I'm very long.
I'm gonna pause it right there. That song was too cold. I was not gonna skip it. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to play the whole song out. So let me break down what I gotta say. Gio Dee is on the same level with Future, Travis Scott, and Tory Lanez when it comes to delivery, talent, and just, man, evoking those vibes, dog. Like, that's it. This right here is a finished product, hands down. I mean, you could say he could still work on some certain things or whatever, but to me, he's just getting more refined as the time goes by. I mean, dude is perfecting his craft and skills. I like that. Some people, they quit. Once they make it, they're not hungry no more. They don't want to make no more creative music. This dude is still going. I like that. Plus, he had an anti-hero kind of take on this shit. It's like, either you're with me or you're against me. You're not going to get in my way regardless. I'm all about trying to get paid. I like that. This song definitely goes in lyrically. You know what I mean? And Gio Dee's always been the type where he'll make things understandable and easy to, like, get. But at the same time, he's not to be confused for someone who's simple-minded or anything like that. That's what I like about Gio Dee, man. Straight, cut, blunt, you know what I mean? Just like that Boston culture that they got out there. They don't play in them snow days, man. But I like this. I like this. Man, energy is dope. Cold as hell. The production was sick. Especially when the sirens went off. It was either hit or miss. I said that. And that shit hit hard, man. I mean, dude was lugging like David Ortiz back in Fenway Park, man. That's a hit right there. Especially climbing over the monster wall. Let's get to track number 2, Shade.
Get the new iPhone 12 on Spectrum Mobile.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yes. Yeah. This is that real rap. This is that real deep. This is that never going back. You never knew me. I hopped out the hoop and hop in the rain. I'm feeling the rain. You feeling my pain. I'm taking the pills and I'm on the pain. I hopped out the rain and now nigga pain. And now that my sun gon' shine, they throw shade. And now that my sun gon' shine, they throw shade. My shooter gon' shoot. We hopped in the coupe, butterfly on the coupe. A nigga done flew. Tell me baby what it do. She doing the coupe. She got a little hoop. I duck in the shoot. I'm feeling like Duke. My pockets is blue. I got a little juice. Overflow and get a scoop. Now give me the loot. Blow a nigga like a suit.
Well, dog, as I'm thinking about it, this came out in April of 2017. 3 months after I was bumping New Toronto 2 by Tory Lanez. Dog, if I would have just listened to it back then, I would have gone back to back between New Toronto 2 and this. This is hard. Wow, man. I can't believe I was sleeping on this. Yo, Gio Dee, my apologies, man. If you're watching this. Oh, man. After TOTB 2, I just got tired of it. I was like, dog, isn't coming back with music. Like, low-key, you pulled kind of almost a similar move that another artist I was listening to did. He kind of disappeared, man. But you know what I mean? I'm getting back to your vibes, man. I'm getting back to this, dog. This is killing, dog. Fuck, I wish I would have known back then. Ugh. All right, let me play like maybe another more minute, and then we'll go ahead and skip to the next song.
She tasty. I can't cup no hoe, ain't got no patience. No. Wanna dang, like, but I'ma fuck the bitch.
I feel this shit.
This is that real rap. This is that real deep. This is that never going back. You never knew me. I hopped out the hoop and hop in the rain. I'm feeling the rain. You feeling my pain. I'm taking the pills, then I'm on the pain. I came out the rain, and now a nigga getting paid. And now that my sun gon' shine, they don't shine.
Oh shit, okay. You got a feature, hold on.
Your album was trash. It was straight in the trash. Then was straight out the bag. I hopped in the Jag. 10 hoes in the bag. That bitch is a track. I always did mad. I'm always ahead, always leading. Never going back is the reason. I pull a 4 for no reason. I'm in the cut like I'm bleeding. Is there a reason you speaking? Cause if not to me, there's no reason. Zanies and Perkins, you geeking. I'm not the reason you tweaking.
That shit was clean. Okay, I'm gonna move on from there. Polo came in, killed it with the rap verse, but Gio Dee was energetic. That's what I'm talking about. That ad lib and then the vocal effects on the background as he going in, that shit was sick. Now you take away the ad lib background, I'm almost getting a similar vibe to what Ty Dolla $ign was doing on Beach House 3 when he was just going out like that. He was doing the same thing. But here it's like you adding a different dynamics with the ad libs, the sound effects, all that. So to me, you're actually doing something different in a sense. And I like that. You come in away with a different approach. And I like the way Gio Dee thinks sometimes. Like, he's not trying to sound like somebody else. At the end of the day, if he feels like it's hot, he's going to rock it. But he's going to do some tweaking to it where it's his own kind of thing. And that's the difference, y'all, between biting somebody or being inspired by something and then making it your own in a sense. You know what I mean? Like, we all can make something out of something. You know what I mean? As long as it's kind of different. And we're not claiming it like it's our own style or whatever. If you just going out here having fun, there's a difference, man. But either way, getting back to this shit was cold. He's 2 for 2. After that banging intro, we got back-to-back bangers. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can go for the triple crown. Track number 3, Ride for Mine. I'm gonna pause it right there. That shit was cool. Now, he was spazzing on this. Like, I'm getting like strong, crazy, creative, innovative vibes like how I would get if I'm listening to Tory Lanez when he's going and flowing. But this is something similar to what he was doing on Fashionably Late EP. And he eventually developed that further on going forward. Obviously, he went on a trap with the auto-tune with TOTV2, but definitely in Fashionably Late EP. That's where I'm like, very diverse, hitting things different way. I'm feeling it right here. This shit is cool. Hands down, I'm feeling him on this. This shit hit. That's all I gotta say, man. Woo! Man, that boy was like, like that, man. Like that was clean. Oh man, that boy was clean. Let me finish the rest of this. Give me 1 second. On a simple throwback type of joint where I believe they definitely did chop and sampled it. Don't know what song they did, but it's one of those classic Motown songs. That's why I did that little line right there, just kind of like remind you that's what they was doing on there. But that shit was cold. Everything so far, he got the triple crown, killing it. Track number 4, Lights Out. Let's get it, man.
With Mucinex Night Shift.
I got a commercial. Give me 1 second, man. And the best part, this is where I like it. Everything is over 3 minutes. That's what I'm talking about. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. You can't go wrong with that. Not too long, not too short. You do what you gotta do and move on. Anyways, track number 4, Lights Out. Let's get it.
Where we came from, jigging out in DP, you know what I'm saying? Just scraping up whatever little change we could. Doing what we had to do. Taking them hour-long bus rides over the AI at BU just to record, you know what I'm saying? Taking $1 megabus down to New York for a show real quick at SOBs or something, you know? There's just a lot that we ain't gotta do no more, you know? We definitely ain't gotta hit the Middle East in your grandmother's car, smoking it out, and she complaining when we bring it back. Gas on E, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy this moment, bro, because we never going back.
You got the sauce, man.
They got Harley. Champagne and Harley. Thinking of a master plan while in my room. Still at mama's crib, don't know what to do. I just set the bar, tell them from the past. They say that I'm good for it, ship it or shit. I've been sleeping that night with my gun off for safety. Niggas try to blame me, it's like something. I've been peeping sneak this in up on the ground lately. Niggas try to blame me, it's like something. I've been focused, spending more time with my baby. If niggas try to blame me, it's like something. Talking to my God, I've been praying more lately. I hope he really saved me, my lights out. Fuck your feelings if it ain't about money, ain't got time for it. Bitches want attention and the fame, I don't give time to them. Rather show you what I do, show you who I am. They can be anything that they want up on the ground. Do you really know what's going on behind the camera? Niggas still be broken shit, hating on the next man.
My apologies, Gio. I gotta pause it real quick. This is only gonna be a quick rant, but this is my issue with production today in 2019 and 2020 compared to back then. It's no different. You could tell. The only difference is now people are disrespecting the 808. They're trying to turn that into a kick, and everybody's doing the same fucking pattern. That boom, and then with the clap. Like, it's so predictable. People need to stop doing that. Back then, they were treating the 808 with respect, and everyone was trying to be creative with how to make it hit hard. This is what I'm talking about. Variety. Like, all the 808s are hitting differently on each track, and you're getting a different type of vibe. That's all you gotta do. I'm telling you, ain't nothing better out there than what them folks in Shot Shitty was doing with the drill music, or what them folks down south in ATL was doing with the trap sounds. Ain't no damn different. 808 Mafia, Young Chop, C-Sick and all them. It ain't that hard. DJ L, Cash Money, they was doing that shit right. Now everybody wants to shorten their 808s or not give it some melodies. It's like, y'all degrading yourselves, not evolving forward. Anyways.
Cause he taking risks, tryna feed his fucking family. If you come from where I come from, you would understand. Don't be blind to war, don't be blind, don't be blind. Only see me around the once, you know it's more than me. I don't really fuck with anyone, cause niggas, they be choosing. They be choosing. Thinking of a master plan while in my room. Still at mama's crib, don't know what to do. I just called a plug, told him from the past. He said that I'm.
I will say this, I kind of wish he kind of switched up his flow here. He kind of does sound a bit too much like everybody else. Like, I wanted him come more with his more organic vocal runs. That's the only thing here, but obviously we're backtracking to something made in 2017. I'm basically getting the Gio Dee that I want to hear from him now. In case if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out that new single that he dropped, St. Regis, about a couple of like 2 or 3 weeks ago. He dropped that song. St. Regis is dope, especially that second verse, that vocal runs he was doing. That right there is his golden ticket. I'm dead serious. That ain't nobody running them vocal runs like how he's doing it like that. Just keep it like that, you solid, dog. But everything is like, no, 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 no. Like, that sounds generic. I can hear a lot of dudes be singing the same style. I know Gio Dee can bring more heat than that. So that's all I got to say. That being said, though, it's still a good song. It's not that I don't like it, but it's like, I know Gio Dee can turn it up a notch a little more. Especially with the energy he was doing on the first 2 songs and how he was killing it lyrically on Right From Mine. We're going to move on to track number 7, which is going to be 777. Let's get it. Am I going to get another ad? Alright, we're good. Let's get it. Are we in the casinos? Sin City life. Let's get it. Now I'm playing. I grew up in Vegas though.
What's up, girl? Yeah, hey. Been a lot of things that ain't bitch. What's your favorite rapper, bitch? They wish they had a coat of floating this. Oh, they wish they had a coat of floating this. Oh, and still working like I ain't shit. Cause most of my life I ain't like shit. But I know a nigga gonna get rich. Oh, I know a nigga gonna get rich. Oh, yeah, there be a lot of things that ain't this. There could be a lot of things that ain't this. There could be a lot of things that ain't this. There could be a lot of things that ain't this. Fuck Hollywood and going back. The only way I'm going back is just to get it back. I get them niggas, shit, this niggas only made on everything. I run up on them and I'm running everything they have. When I'm in the hood, man, still up on the stool. Shoving with the chain like this is what it goes. In the cool, sipping juice, say chucking juice. In the police, shut the finest, looking planets for the pump. I don't need no casino, I'll give a life, ain't dead now. Since I was young, so candy up at the playground. Bitches gon' fuck a nigga all because of my name now. Niggas think they go in the race, running at my pace. Nigga keep on the really stuff, bitch. You only gonna get love if you get love, bitch. So come over here and just fuck, bitch. Cause my niggas really on.
You only gonna get love if you give love. I like that line right there.
Been a lot of things that ain't bitch. What's your favorite rapper, bitch? They wish they had a coat of floating this. Oh, they wish they had a coat of floating this. Oh, and still working like I ain't shit. Cause most of my life I ain't like shit.
Still working hard cause I ain't shit. Been working my whole life like I ain't been shit. The humility on that line right there. Wow.
But I know a nigga gonna get rich. Oh, I know a nigga gonna get rich. Oh, yeah, there be a lot of things that ain't this. There could be a lot of things that ain't this. There could be a lot of things that ain't this. There could be a lot of things that ain't
Woo! And here's the funny part. The production here bangs like 5 times harder than what was on TOTV2, mainly due to the fact that everything here is a lot more mixed. It sounds so much better. Of course, production choice here and there kind of feels good too, but it's just the production here is a lot more mixed. In TOTV2, the only knock on that mixtape is that everything's not mixed and mastered. It's just all just kind of like raw production. So you could hear at times where like the 808 just overtakes the whole melodies and stuff like that. I think that's why everyone wants to turn the 808 into a kick, but you don't need to do that. If you just take the time and don't be lazy and actually just try to really mix your 808s in well and try to learn how to do it, you can make all the sounds come together at once and sound harmonic and just sound so graceful. You know what I mean? This production gives me that vibe. Like, to me, this feels like, let me give you an example from TOTV2. They hate to see the 808 just completely overtakes the Rain on Me sample, which technically was sampling something else, but that's the first thing that came to mind. That Ashanti Rain on Me song, that 808 completely covers everybody else, like Gio Dee, you know, all the melody, the sample, all that. But here you could feel a full balance, and it was just doing a similar run like how the 808's doing here. So I could tell the mixing of the production here is so much better. But what I liked from TOTV2 especially was the way Gio Dee was sounding with the auto-tune. How you living, how you living, how you living? I wanna know. Like, you know, he had his own different way of tackling things. Or like Celebrity, I like how he did that. You know, With Me, other songs, The Facade, you know what I mean, Busta, ad-libs, or when he's just hitting with the auto-tune. I like that. You know what I mean? So to me, that energy, that's what matters the most. Come in with that and don't be afraid to sound like yourself on certain stuff. You don't have to you don't have to like kind of like involve a certain template that's kind of being pushed out there, like this type of this type of flow, whatever, and put that into your styles. I mean, if you want to get little things that feels pretty good, go for it. But at the same time, you got your own style to rock with that's already cold. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, if anything, improve on that. Keep building up, and you're gonna be solid. But I felt it right here, straight up. This shit's cold. That being said, we're gonna move on to the next track. That's gonna be track number 6. So far, I'm feeling definitely like 4 of the first 5 tracks here. Lights Out, it's gonna be like 0.5-ish for me. So I'd say he's like 4.5 out of 5 for me right now. Let's get to the next track. 128 DFFWM. What the fuck? You can't make this up. I know the camera's on backwards, but that's 128 DFFWM. You could probably read that shit backwards anyways. So let's get to it. But yeah, 7-7 was cold overall. That shit cold. Let's get it.
Let me tell you about the license niggas got on. Niggas saying Gio, yo, feature on song. Niggas wanna steal the sauce, but they doing it wrong. Listen here, little nigga, you be doing it wrong. I got bitches on, bitches they in love with my jaws. And I get my money long, then I'm stacking my jaws. And when I get my so some songs, bring the gang on. Then we coming to your city, I'ma bring them along. Cause it's how a nigga doing when you become a dog. You get back to the niggas who be putting you on. They ain't putting you on, and them niggas is squad. They ain't putting you on, and them niggas is squad. Don't fake fucking me, don't fake. Don't fake fucking me, don't fake. You heard the chefs get money now, so now you wanna play. You heard the chefs get money now, so now you wanna play. Motherfucker, don't fake fucking me, don't fake. Don't fake fucking me, don't fake. You heard these bitches fucking now, so now you wanna date. You heard these bitches fucking now, so now you wanna date. Get the fuck out my way. Get the fuck back. Get the fuck back. Hey, I got a small circle, you can come around. Yeah. I got a small circle, you can come around. Yeah. Who's you at when we was down, my nigga last year? But you wanna come around now and take the ideas. Take a nigga bitch and make it get loud. Tell her she can't get nothing but the John out there. Swear to God, there's nothing in this world I fear. Said the man I be looking at when I'm in the mirror. Every time I'm with the gang, you know we have a chance. Fake fucking with the clique, baby, don't come in, no. You heard you said get money, now. You heard you said get money, now. Motherfucker, don't fake fucking me, don't fake. Don't fake fucking me.
The only thing I was gonna say at first, it felt like as if when he's rapping or when he's flowing, the ad-libs tend to be a little bit louder and covers him right at when he's trying to finish up a line. So that's where I'll be like, in the mixing department, I kind of put him a little more louder and kind of like put more of a filter on the ad-libs on certain times when he's trying to drop his verse. Other than that, I like this track. This track goes in. It's pretty dope. And like I said, I felt that. Like I could definitely feel that Gio Dee is just being Gio Dee on this, and that shit came in hard. That's what I like about this dude. He just straight up, boom, right there in your face. You know what I mean? It's like you can obviously tell he sounds kind of different. You know what I mean? So like, just like when you hear someone with a Boston accent or New York accent, you know they talk a certain way. That's what I'm talking about. You feel that Boston accent in him. He's just talking in this kind of way. Like, I like that. So, you know what I mean? That's what I would say. Especially if you're from the East Coast, don't be afraid to implement the culture that you was brought up in. Like, if you want to talk the way you want to talk, like, what's his name? Casanova. See what I mean? Like, that type of, like, you got that. You got that. Go in there and sound like yourself. You don't have to sound like what people are like bringing up as a template that sounds trendy. You know what I mean? You don't have to do that necessarily. But either way, though, I like the song. The song goes in hard. I mean, can't complain. You know what I mean? So, solid, dog. You solid. Man, this feels like TOTB 3, to be honest with you. Man. Next track, Geekas. Commercial ad. Give me 1 second. All right, we back on. Geekas, let's get it.
I don't give a fuck about what your jokes do. Pop up work, you get done like you. Pop up work, you get done like you. I don't give a fuck about what your jokes do. Pop up work, you get done like you. Round these rap niggas, I run circles. Most y'all niggas sound like someone hurt you. I don't give a fuck about what your jokes do. Pop up work, you get done like you. Round these rap niggas, I run circles. Most y'all niggas sound like someone hurt you. What is wrong with these niggas around me? What is wrong with these niggas around me? They doing drugs just to get down me. Man, please get these niggas around me. Nothing I can do if I ain't really get nothing. Ain't no money and just get it fucked up. I was raised around the killers and the hustlers. Only way I was to sell or have a job. I been doing drugs, don't get me wrong. Only do it just to make these songs. I'm a leader, you can't leave me on. Bet y'all can't get down to this song.
I don't
give a fuck about what your jokes do.
Okay.
Pop up work, you get done like you round these rap niggas, I run circles. Most y'all niggas sound like someone hurt you. I don't give a fuck about what your jokes do. Pop up work, you get done like you round these rap niggas, I run circles. Most y'all
I swear to God, so many niggas did that shit. Everyone want to do that soft singing ever since Sway Lee did it. That shit threw me off for a minute. I was like, what the fuck? That's like the complete opposite of the direction that Gio Dee usually goes by. This dude is hard aggressive. So when I heard that soft shit, I was like, what the fuck? But like I said, I'm not going to completely jump on the first listen. Really, this is my first listen. I forgot to bring this up. So I'm gonna just go ahead and let me just listen to the rest of this for like maybe about another 30 sec, maybe 45. It's like 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
niggas sound like someone hurt you. I don't give a fuck about what your drugs do. Got me moving slower than a slug game. I'm too deep up in these streets to go commercial. Try to play me, no surprise if someone hurt you. I'm addicted, I need cures. You still on my fucking swag, I need yours. Gio Dee, that's my nigga to the core. Turn it up, every city on the tour.
That might have been somebody else, I guess. Hold up. I didn't know he had somebody on this.
Come to the bay and you gon' see about us. Yeah, make a wish, I leave.
I did remember seeing a song titled IAMSU. Yeah, I think this might be the feature